Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Wednesday, December 30th at 3:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time by Zeno Reader. There are 678 headlines from 108 these we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Miami schools pay $9 to 5 students raped by ex-teacher, then tried to keep it quiet. What my grandfather's life taught me about China and America. Prominent QAnon conspiracy theorist says she is beginning to wonder if Trump really is playing 5D chess after all. Bizarre painting of Trump dressed as independence-era patriot compared to notorious traitor Benedict Arnold. Following months of taking precautions, couple married for 6 decades died of COVID-19 after an at-home haircut. McConnell ties $2,000 stimulus checks to Trump proposed poison pills on Section 230 and election fraud, likely sinking push for additional COVID-19 relief. Nashville police were warned in August 2019 that Anthony Warner was capable of making a bomb, report shows. Police investigate death of Dunbar assistant principal as homicide. Trump asks Supreme Court to set aside Wisconsin's election. Mnuchin says some Americans may receive stimulus payments tonight. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Argentina legalizes abortion, a milestone in a conservative region, The New York Times. UK regulator approves Oxford AstraZeneca coronavirus vaccine, CNN. Girlfriend of Nashville bomber told police in 2019 he was building explosives in an RV, records show, CNN. New Samsung TVs with HDR10 Plus will adapt to ambient lighting, The Verge. Strong early vote turnout gives Dems hope in Georgia runoffs, Politico. Joe Exotic says he'd rather die from COVID than go on life support, TMZ. Stimulus checks, coronavirus bill, UK approved second vaccine, 5 things to know Wednesday, USA Today. Luke Letlow, congressman-elect from Louisiana, dies from COVID-19, NPR. China clams down in hidden hunt for coronavirus origins, Associated Press. Padres acquire RHPU Darvish in blockbuster trade with Cubs, Yahoo Sports. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Argentina's Senate approves bill legalizing abortion. Oxford AstraZeneca coronavirus vaccine approved for use in UK. Boston Dynamics robots are dancing now, and yes, it's still scary. Joe Clark, school principal who inspired film Lean on Me, has died at 82. Jim Jordan schooled on history after invoking founders to swipe at COVID-19 lockdowns. Congressman-elect Luke Letlow dies of COVID-19 complications. 2 Louisville police officers involved in Breonna Taylor raid face possible firing. Trump is set to violate Palm Beach deal by staying too long at Mar-a-Lago, again. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez rips GOP lawmakers anti-stimulus stance in fiery tweet. Parents of bullied child who killed himself can sue educators, court. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Man charged with stabbing parents, mom paralyzed. Emancipation statue removed from Boston Square. Suspects say they were victims of racial slur. Pharmacy closes doors after 130 years. Lyft tells carjacked driver to pay deductible. County seeks compensation from murder suspect. 15-year-old with rare disorder needs a kidney transplant for second time. Musician lost everything in Nashville blast. Plane makes emergency landing on Sandhoff Beach. Single mom of 3 is now homeless after fire. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Britain approves homegrown vaccine from AstraZeneca and Oxford. Test your 2020 knowledge. A Chinese COVID-19 vaccine has proved effective, its maker says. Vaccines are safe, no matter what Bobby Kennedy says. Argentina legalizes abortion, a milestone in a conservative region. Let's talk about personal responsibility, a year of tough conversations in the comments. Jonathan Pollard, convicted spy, arrived in Israel. The Times Square ball drop is still happening, you're just not invited. 25 days that changed the world, how COVID-19 slipped China's grasp. Hong Kong protesters who fled by boat are sentenced to prison in China. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Michigan Rep. Elect Lisa McClain wants to fight to reopen economy. I don't think I'm your normal politician. Medal of Honor recipient Gary Beekirch, I learned a lesson of hope in Vietnam War that helps deal with COVID. Bill legalizing abortion passed in Argentina, largest Latin American to legalize procedure. McConnell blocks quick vote on $2,000 stimulus checks as fight looms. John Fund, Trump creates a nightmare for Republicans in last-minute fight over $2,000 stimulus checks. Joe Clark, no-nonsense NJ school principal who inspired movie Lean on Me, dead at 82. Doors drummer John Densmore says he owes his career to crooked teeth. The 10 funniest parenting fiascos of 2020. The silliest TikTok challenges of 2020. California police officer wounded in shooting, homicide suspect dead. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Wednesday, December 30th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. New more contagious variant of COVID-19 found in Colorado. Chanel West Coast on MTV's Ridiculousness and new album, Entertaining is What I'm Good At. Christmas music triggers miraculous moment for elderly woman battling memory loss. Woman, 95, threatened with eviction for socially distanced chats with granddaughter. Lyft driver carjacked by his own passenger told to pay $2,500 deductible when car found damaged. Stimulus package update, when will the checks start arriving? The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Essex declares major incident over surging COVID cases. Israel leads the world in vaccination drive with 7% getting a dose. Forecasters issue weather warnings for most of UK with London to be hit by wintry showers tonight. Shirtless Paul McCartney, 78, tries out a trendy new man bun. San Diego ER nurse tests positive for COVID-19 8 days after he was vaccinated against the virus. Kate Middleton wore $94,000 worth of new clothing in 2020. WHO says coronavirus pandemic is not necessarily the big one. Brexit, huge 66-acre lorry park in Kent is still being built. Boston Dynamics robots twist and mash potato as they dance to the contours to You Love Me. Alexa and Der von Schoenberg, why it took a Joker with tangled hair to charm us Europeans into a deal. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. The glimmers of hope that were overshadowed by a grim 2020. Hong Kong protesters captured at sea are sentenced to prison in China. Uganda rights lawyer freed on bail after week in detention. Britain grants emergency approval to coronavirus vaccine by Oxford and AstraZeneca. Schools in India have been closed since March. The costs to children are mounting. Quake aftershocks keep people out of homes in Croatia. Greek nurse erects intensive care unit at home to treat relatives with virus. Coronavirus vaccine from China's Sinopharm is 79% effective, company says. Argentina to become largest country in Latin America to legalize elective abortion. Indonesia bans militant group Islamic Defenders Front. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's US news feed. Coronavirus live news, Germany reports wreck, or daily death toll, UK approves Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. Bitcoin surges to record $28,500, quadrupling in value this year. Our history is contained there, loss of archive threatens Native American tribes. Mutant strain of coronavirus reaches the US first thing. Bitcoin hits record high as US dollar slides, business live. Argentina legalizes abortion in landmark moment for women's rights. It decimated our staff, COVID ravages black and brown health workers in US. Top 10 most dislikable characters in fiction. Oxford AstraZeneca COVID vaccine approved by UK regulator. California's wildfire hell, how 2020 became the state's worst ever fire season. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. UK approves use of second COVID-19 vaccine with easier storage. Virus surge swamping hospitals prompts indefinite lockdown. China clamps down in hidden hunt for coronavirus origins. Feds decline charges against officers in Tamir Rice case. Louisiana Congressman-elect Luke Letlow dies of COVID-19. Handcuffed suspect who allegedly shot police officer caught after 9 days. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Croatia earthquake, strong aftershocks hit after quake kill 7. Hong Kong boat activists, China jails group for up to 3 years. Argentina abortion, Senate approves legalization in historic decision. Jonathan Pollard, Israel spy greeted by Netanyahu after flying to Tel Aviv. COVID, what do we know about China's coronavirus vaccines? Luke Letlow, newly elected U.S. lawmaker, 41, dies from COVID. COVID, Sydney announces new restrictions ahead of New Year. China COVID-19, nearly 500,000 in Wuhan may have had virus, says study. Tamir Rice killing, U.S. closes investigation into 2014 shooting. Iraqi interpreters stopped by death squads for helping the British. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Coronavirus updates, stimulus money on the way. Colorado confirms first new virus strain in U.S., UK authorizes Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. A 95-year-old quilter who beat COVID-19 makes about 3,000 masks for Ohio community, family. Nashville police were warned in August 2019 that Anthony Warner was capable of making a bomb, documents show. Florida residents line up overnight for COVID-19 vaccine. The day in pictures. Louisiana residents struggle months after storms. Louisiana Congressman-elect Luke Letlow dies with COVID-19. This is all that is left of a Nashville shop after Christmas Day bombing. Showbiz minute, Markle, holiday songs, Nye. Incoming U.S. Congressman Letlow dead from COVID-19. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Discussion of backdoor offer extended to murder defendant raises tensions in district attorney's office. COVID-19 superspreader event feared in LA as Christian singer defies health order for concerts. Facing a spike in Fs, winter break isn't a vacation for many teachers and students. He's dying, aren't you going to help him? Hospital serving poor, non-white LA hit hardest by COVID-19. California hits new one-day COVID-19 death record as hospitals plan for potential rationing. LA activist Mark Ching and his foundation exaggerated tales of animal abuse, vets and rescuers say. Earthquake, magnitude 3.2 quake hits near Soledad, California. Photo, snow blankets parts of Southern California. While Southern California remains in coronavirus crisis, San Francisco seeing signs of hope. Appeals court allows LA County dining ban to remain in place until at least February. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Wednesday, December 30th, 2020. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Trump pardon of Blackwater Iraq contractors violates international law, UN. 21 missing, buildings hang over edge of crater after Norway landslide. Italy will rebuild the Colosseum's floor, restoring arena to its gladiator-era glory. UN calls Trump's Blackwater pardons an affront to justice. Norway landslide, at least 10 people injured and 26 missing, police say. Apple removes app promoting private parties in pandemic. Germany alarmed by threat posed by coronavirus deniers. Hong Kongers who try to flee to Taiwan jailed in China for up to 3 years. Overworked Japanese nurses quitting as they face discrimination from neighbors over COVID. U.S. confirms first case of the new COVID strain discovered in UK. Many Syrians forced from their homes by their country's brutal, decade-old war are now shocked to discover that their family farms have been taken over by regime loyalists and cronies. The government has staged auctions to effectively confiscate fertile land and punish opponents. The next headlines are from Forbes. UK approves AstraZeneca Oxford COVID-19 vaccine, with first doses being rolled out next week. SEC deal a driver toward a new economy for ESPN and ESPN+. The best thing Washington did for former quarterback Dwayne Haskins Jr. was let him go. Centene adds specialty pharmacy to health plan portfolio. Airline shares will end 2020 down, but the sky did not fall and American bankruptcy chatter turned out to be nonsense. 9 New Year's climate resolutions to keep for 2021, according to experts. Remember when, 2010, Green Bay Packers 10, Chicago Bears 3. BTS, Taylor Swift and Nicki Minaj, the biggest falls from number 1 on the Hot 100 all took place this year. What does the restaurant industry look like in 2021 and beyond? Federalism, not breakup. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Coronavirus Diaries, an unexpected career experiment. The world population update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,676,133,958 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. New movies to watch this week, Pieces of a Woman, Herself, Shadow in the Cloud. Why Yearly Departed said goodbye to 2020 with eulogies and green screen pod production. What's coming to HBO Max in January 2021? France, Europe's largest cinema market, dropped 70% in 2020. UK, Italy, Spain, China lead international box office losses in 2020. Bridgerton star Regina Page describes show as a mix of Jane Austen, Gossip Girl and 45 Shades of Grey. Sky High, currently topping Spain's domestic box office, acquired by Netflix for series adaptation, Global Bulletin. Howard Rubenstein, PR strategist and spokesman for Moguls, dies at 88. Television comedian's prank call saved UK Prime Minister from leadership challenge. How 2020 changed Hollywood, and the movies, forever. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Chinese court sentences 10 Hong Kong democracy activists to prison terms. California is overriding its limits on nurse workloads as COVID-19 surges. Coronavirus world map, tracking the spread of the outbreak. Coronavirus is surging, how severe is your state's outbreak? UK approves AstraZeneca Oxford coronavirus vaccine. Farmers got a government bailout in 2020, even those who didn't need it. In 2020, protests spread across the globe with a similar message, Black Lives Matter. End this cruelty, progressives call on Biden to work to stop executions. Black women's groups find health and healing on hikes, but sometimes racism, too. Even if it's bunkers, poll finds many believe QAnon and other conspiracy theories. The following headlines are from the week. Argentina is about to become the biggest South American country to legalize abortion. Biden reportedly nominates first woman to officially serve as Deputy Defense Secretary. Trump is right about the Republican death wish. Trump spreads Newsmax-fueled conspiracy about Brad Raffensperger's non-existent brother. The Oxford AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine has 3 key advantages despite lower efficacy rate. The Daily Business Briefing, December 30th, 2020. 10 things you need to know today, December 30th, 2020. What I got wrong in 2020. Is Roger Stone the unlikely herald of a new religious right? The best novels I read in 2020. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Texas tally, hindsight is 2020. A weird end for a weird year, our 8 favorite strange Texas stories of 2020. The next headlines are from Physics Buzz News. How to fortify your, and your kids, screen time with a dose of physics. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Astronomers capture a direct image of a brown dwarf. ESA is working on its own reusable booster stage. These are the news headlines for today, Wednesday, December 30th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Photos of the last full moon of the year and decade. What causes sun pillars or light pillars? Earthsky's 2021 Meteor Shower Guide. Last full moon of the decade, again. Dark storm on Neptune changes direction, escapes deadly fate. Kelvin Helmholtz clouds look like waves in the sky. The next news is from Politico. Britain's parliament gears up to fast-track Brexit deal. The deaths that shook politics in 2020. Merkel pushes European Union-China investment deal over the finish line. Kathleen Hicks is Biden's pick to be first female Deputy Defense Secretary. Biden, Harris going back to Georgia before Senate runoffs. Strong early vote turnout gives Dems hope in Georgia runoffs. Celebrities, cash and questions, a new force roils the cannabis prisoner release movement. How thousands of American laws keep people imprisoned long after they're released. How Congress and coronavirus could quash Trump's electoral college gambit. How 6 states and D.C. are taking coronavirus relief into their own hands. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Fulham Spurs derby called off after COVID-19 cases at Craven Cottage. It is a catastrophe, landslide in southern Norway sweeps buildings away. Coronavirus vaccination rollout draws scrutiny of algorithms in U.S. Set 2020, student on a roll. Premier sticks to her guns but shoots us all in the foot. A little school that could, small school in paddock of Cestar. Target time and super quiz, Thursday, December 31st. NSW population slowdown no excuse to stop building homes, says Stokes. Bialik College tops fair rankings for 3rd time in 5 years. It's basically game over, night bookings disappear as December outbreak scares patrons. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. IPO report, Poshmark IPO, 5 things to know about the online marketplace before it goes public. UK now has enough vaccine to cover the entire population after AstraZeneca Oxford COVID-19 vaccine approved. There's a diversity grift right now. Employees at center of racial controversies at tech companies speak out. The COVID second wave is now deadlier in France than the first, and it's spreading fast across Europe. Outside the box, thinking about dipping into your 401k, it could be a dangerous mistake. Biden to campaign in Atlanta on eve of Georgia's Senate runoffs. Have big dreams, a house, a car, a graduate degree, here's how to pay for them without feeling pain. In one chart, this is the top, kids, I'm a millionaire. UK Parliament ratifies post-Brexit trade deal as markets brace for big trading shift on Tuesday. Coronavirus update, US sets record for COVID-19 hospitalizations and first case of new UK variant found in Colorado. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Form 8K Live X Live Media, Incorporated, 4, December 22nd StraightInsider.com. Repeat, Pure Extracts commences study on psilocybin oral tablets, capsules and nasal gel, StraightInsider.com. Elida.net CEO rewards all the company's employees for their work during the pandemic, PR Newswire UK. Dr. Ayush Bhandari receives IEEE 2020 Best PhD Dissertation Award, Imperial College London. Pure Extracts commences study on psilocybin oral tablets, capsules and nasal gel, StraightInsider.com. Jay Evenson, are we too caught up to notice the Wright brothers of 2020, Deseret News. Competition heats up over volumetric printing patents 3D-PMN. Jeffrey Tuchel explains how to protect what makes your business special using intellectual property law, Augusta Free Press. 3 senior patent attorneys establish a new firm, the Jerusalem Post. Form 8K track in pharmaceuticals, 4, December 28th StraightInsider.com. The next headlines are from Quartz. What the Girl Scouts lawsuit against the Boy Scouts get wrong. The pandemic has made Delhi's forgotten tradition of picnics cool again. Revenge travel, workations, wellness retreats, how Indians traveled despite the pandemic in 2020. Snapchat can thank India for its soaring stock price. Your late package will be delivered soon. What natural disasters cost the global economy in 2020? What page 132 of the Pfizer vaccine report actually says about infertility? A goal with a plan beats a resolution every day of the year. Everything you need to know about vaccine passports. What's different about the second round of PPP loans? The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Comcast's pandemic price hike bonanza continues. Still not going dark, device encryption still contains plenty of exploitable flaws. Girl Scouts continuing to fight Boy Scouts of America over trademarks, branding. Section 230 isn't a subsidy, it's a rule of civil procedure. No surprises here, Presidential Commission on Law Enforcement repeats calls for anti-encryption legislation. Chinese government sentences journalist to 4 years in jail for reporting on the spread of the coronavirus. Mitch McConnell using Section 230 repeal as a poison pill to avoid $2K stimulus checks. Daily Deal, the Productivity and Motivation Masterclass Bundle. When you cannot innovate, you litigate. Oracle gleefully takes credit for attacks on Section 230 and Google. Facial recognition helps New Jersey cops jail the wrong man for 10 days. Update. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Boston Dynamics. Celtics. Joe Clark. Knicks. Pelicans. Lindsey Vonn. Texas football. Luke Ledlow. Miami Heat. Warriors vs Pistons. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. British MPs approve Brexit trade deal with EU in landslide Commons vote. Watch, dozens of teenagers surround and attack car bearing medical plates in New York. 3/4 of English population being placed under Tier 4 restrictions as UK Health Secretary extends COVID-19 curbs. Photo of exhausted young medics piled on floor next to COVID-19 patient on oxygen goes viral in Russia. Here's the story behind it. Blackmail and ultimatums. Russian FM Lavrov says it's now up to Western countries to put an end to their COVID-19 vaccine wars. Hundreds more dying at home in England and Wales during COVID-19 pandemic than normal year, UK government stats body says. Extinct woolly rhino found in excellent condition after being frozen in far eastern Russian permafrost for at least 20,000 years. Another one bites the dust. Jose Mourinho's Tottenham C Premier League game axed as UK COVID-19 surge causes more football chaos. Italy aims to vaccinate over 10 million people against COVID by April. PM rules out making jab obligatory. UK radically changes COVID vaccination strategy after AstraZeneca approval, prioritizing first dose for all vulnerable people. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. We sold our souls to the science. Georgia runoff will likely see delayed results, litigation, and other drama. Chaotic crude holds gains after mixed inventory data. All major Western media outlets take private dinners, sponsored trips from Chinese Communist propaganda front. Pending home sales tumble for third month in a row as affordability plummets. Brexit trade deal easily passes House of Commons. Plus a change, a French lesson in monetary debauchery. Explosion rips through Yemen airport as new government arrives, killing 16 and wounding 60. Bill to ban biological men from women's sports gains bipartisan support in Congress. Swiss patient dies shortly after receiving Pfizer COVID vaccine. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Egypt clears officers in murder of Italian student Giulio Regini. Car opposition coalition demands annulment of election. Iran sets $150,000 compensation for Ukrainian airlines victims. A krona, increasingly cashless Swedenized digital currency. Officers involved in Breonna Taylor's death facing dismissal. EU, China sign investment deal 7 years in the making. Several killed in attack on Yemen's Aden airport, live news. Police had warning in 2019 about the Nashville bomber. Brexit, immigration, travel, what you should know, in 500 words. Ethiopian refugee, symbol of integration in Italy, killed on farm. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Senator Josh Hawley, I'll object to Electoral College votes on January 6th. Coronavirus costs poker player chance at $1.5 million prize. Mitch McConnell introduces bill that gives $2K stimulus checks, addresses Section 230, creates commission to investigate voter fraud. Johnny Manziel resumes football career with fan-controlled startup league. Doug Collins, not sure Raphael Warnock claim of being a pro-choice pastor is a value Georgia voters will accept. Alyssa Milano, a mask will protect you more than an AR-15 will. GA Governor Kemp, there is going to be transparency in the runoff election. Ireland Baldwin apologizes to Latinos after defending stepmother Hilaria amid Spanish heritage cultural appreciation scandal. Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine approved for use in Britain. LA County Health Department warns film, TV productions to shut down over coronavirus surge. The next headlines are from UPI News. Woman who doesn't play lottery wins $800,000 from Christmas gift. Watch, man tracks down author of 37-year-old diaries in crawl space of home. Look, Utah boy catches 48-pound trout 6 months after landing 41-pounder. Watch, Florida couple seeks Christmas card author who used to live in their home. Watch, deer rescued from frozen lake in Kansas. 12 siblings earn Guinness record with combined age of 1,042 years. Watch, horse rescued from mud in 8-hour operation. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Watch this UPS driver being moved to Tiers 2 by neighborhood thank you. Amazing walk through Holiday Village with lights borrowed from Disney set to raise millions for critically ill children. Retired couple make 1,400 toys for children in need this Christmas, people need hope. A homeless man in Atlanta rescued all the animals at a shelter after it caught on fire. A pandemic of good news, the top 50 positive stories of 2020. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Wednesday, December 30th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. The life in The Simpsons is no longer attainable, the most famous dysfunctional family of 1990s television enjoyed, by today's standards, an almost dreamily secure existence. Bulgaria uses hot dog trucks to deliver its first shipment of the vaccine. Germany, grave digger accused of stealing gold teeth from corpses. Inmate who survived execution attempt dies, COVID-19 suspected. Volkswagen shows off futuristic electric car charging robot prototype. Aggressive squirrel attacks plague Queens neighborhood. More than 190,000 ceiling fans are recalled after blades detach. Child labor in palm oil industry tied to Girl Scout cookies. 120-year-old chocolate found in Australian poet's papers. Virginia man finds stolen 1969 Camaro after 17 years. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Watch, Boston Dynamics robots dance to convince us that they're friendly. The top 5 apps you should be excited for in 2021. These 10 Mac apps on sale should get 2021 off on the right note. Is your product suffering from service design issues? Here's how to find out. Cities are betting big on smart street lights, 23% will be connected by 2030. Here's what happened in the world of artificial intelligence in 2020. 4 cloud and data trends to look for in 2021. How high-end cameras and algorithms are making scooters safer. Looking for a new 2021 side hustle? Here are some smart freelance options you should consider. Trading bots, is it game over for human financial analysts? The following headlines are from Science Daily. Development of fusion energy. A pursuit of better testing to sort out the complexities of ADHD. Scientists develop high-throughput mitochondria transfer device. College football players, underestimating risk of injury and concussion. More effective training model for robots. Sustained cellular immune dysregulation in individuals recovering from COVID-19. General anesthesia and normal sleep affect brain in an amazingly similar way as consciousness fades. Stopping ROS inhibitors tied to worse outcomes in patients with chronic kidney disease. Detective work in theoretical physics. Sugars influence cell-to-surface adhesion. The next headlines are from Information Week. 2021 Business Mindset, Finding the Good in Crisis. Designing your roadmap for rapid digital transformation. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Wednesday, December 30th from over 100 sources to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA approves heliophysics missions to explore Sun, Earth's aurora. NASA television to air departure of Northrop Grumman Cygnus from space station. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Burgess Owens claims Democrats are trying to steal the election in fundraising emails. Burgess Owens widens his lead in Utah's 4th congressional district as ballots continue to drop. Burgess Owens widens lead over Ben McAdams as new ballots drop in 4th congressional district race. Burgess Owens takes a narrow lead over Ben McAdams in Utah's 4th district race. McAdams retakes the lead over Owens in roller coaster race for Utah's 4th district. Vote gap between McAdams and Owens tightens as more ballots counted. Ben McAdams takes early lead over Burgess Owens in fierce battle for Utah's 4th district seat. Woman found dead after Sandy House fire. Noteworthy Utahns who died in 2020, judges, advocates, artists, athletes, coaches, trailblazers. Here are the Salt Lake Tribune's most read stories of 2020. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Study finds more than $100 billion spent on app stores in 2020. Global digital tax day ends as US and France exchange blows. McConnell ties full repeal of Section 230 to push for $2,000 stimulus checks. VMware sues former executive who left for CEO job at Nutanix. Surprise ending for publishers. In 2020, business was good. Apple loses copyright battle against security startup Corellium. Google's cloud print service is shutting down soon. Hedge fund Third Point urges Intel to explore deal options. Google pilots a search feature that aggregates short-form videos from TikTok and Instagram. Apple researching keyboards with adaptive displays on each key. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. The major stories that we might forget about when we look back on 2020. Shaw neighborhood reminds residents not to fire guns into air on New Year's Eve. Positive COVID-19 tests pause Billikens men's basketball program. Good Burger mobile now inside St. Louis burger joint. 3.8 magnitude earthquake strikes Wichita, local meteorologist describes sensation. Housing crisis averted in St. Louis City, eviction moratorium extended. The 5 changes for St. Louis County bars and restaurants to reopen in 2021. 7 taken to the hospital after St. Louis apartment building fire. Expect wet weather with some ice near St. Louis. Nurse returns home before Thanksgiving after months-long COVID fight. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. San Diego businesses dealt another blow as stay-at-home order extended. Longer lines reported at local COVID-19 testing sites. Homeless man found dead in El Cajon. Padres acquire RHPU Darvishian deal with Cubs. Qualcomm engineer pleads guilty to fraud and donation scheme. Louisiana Congressman-elect Luke Letlow dead from COVID-19. Women report being groped at San Diego stores. Biden says it will take years to vaccinate American people at current pace. County sees 2.5K new COVID-19 cases, 31 deaths as state extends lockdown. Man pleads not guilty to murder in East County shopping center shooting. The next headlines are from SpookNews.com. Deputies charge St. Petersburg man with video voyeurism of a minor. Student privacy and the fight to keep spying out of schools, year in. Why betting against the S&P 500 makes little sense in 2021. Russia, former energy exec convicted of spying for Moldova. New UK Army bug drones can spy on targets 25 miles away. George Blake, British spy for Soviet Union, dies in Moscow at 98, Jewish Telegraphic Agency. What it's like to have your cooking skills roasted by Gordon Ramsay on TikTok. New app to fight off unpunished cases of stalking, says German support group. China can choose stability over spies, or get shamed and cinched in Afghanistan. Traffic cameras coming to Maryville won't spy, will make traffic work better. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Boeing awarded $198 and modification to MQ-25 tanker drone upgrade contract. Ukrainian Army awards contract to KB Luch for ship-killing missiles. Russia unveils new modular unmanned ground vehicle. Ukrainian Air Force awards contract to Antonov for 3 new and 178 aircraft. Lockheed Martin delivers 123rd F-35 fighter jet of the year. L3 Harris gets $496 contract for next-generation jammer. German Navy receives new underwater drone from Huntington Ingalls Industries. South Korea's Army awards amphibious bridging vehicle contract to Hanwha Defense. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. How a cataclysmic plague marked the end of Ming China. China promises sustained efforts on forced labor, as report reveals factories in 135 Xinjiang detention camps. Feminist comedian accused of inciting gender-based antagonism after critiquing sexist haters. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Wednesday, December 30th, 2020. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Huge Mega Millions, Powerball jackpots, see how much you can win before New Year. 18-year-old with no prior health conditions dies of COVID-19. COVID or allergies, face masks can help with both, doctor says. East Bay retirement community among first seniors to get COVID vaccines. Stimulus checks arriving after McConnell blocks vote for $2,000. How your New Year's Eve plans could impact COVID. Forbes Technology Person of the Year is fired COVID data scientist. First COVID variant in U.S. found in Colorado man who didn't travel. New California laws address virus, fires, law enforcement. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Nashville man's girlfriend warned he was building bombs. First reported U.S. case of virus variant triggers questions. EU, China leaders see a long-awaited investment deal. Camera 6 TDs tie NFL record, Saints beat Vikings 52-33. U.S. stocks rise in morning trading as 2020 wins down. 10-win team to miss playoffs in AFC despite expanded field. New year, new restaurants, 10 eateries opening in the suburbs in 2021. Rosner, Taves absence leaves massive hole for Blackhawks. Crash closes stretch of Gulf Road in Schaumburg. What did the Cubs get for Yu Darvish? Here's a look at the prospects. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Chile. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Argentina. Drought is ongoing in Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Georgia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine. Drought is ongoing in China, India, Nepal, Pakistan. Drought is ongoing in Peru. Drought is ongoing in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Iran, Lebanon, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Spain, Morocco. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Wednesday, December 30th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. How did Texas lawmakers vote on the COVID-19 relief package? A strong cold front brings widespread storms for Nye. UK approves use of COVID-19 vaccine developed by Oxford University and AstraZeneca. Joe Clark, the principal portrayed in film Lean on Me, dead at 82. COVID-19 vaccine distributed to Houston area nursing homes. Louisiana Congressman-elect Luke Leclow dies from COVID-19 at 41. Some Houstonians call $600 stimulus check blessing, others call it slap in the face. Susan Wright set to be released from prison after 16 years behind bars. $600 stimulus checks, direct deposits and paper, being sent out, Mnuchin. Stimulus direct deposits could start going out tonight. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. 9 injured, some 200 evacuated after landslide in Norway. Edmonds, the Chevrolet Corvette versus the Porsche 911. Craziest party ever, superstar DJ Guetta upbeat for 2021. President Tsai praises unity of Taiwan people in year-end talk. Migrants from Bosnia camp kept in buses as relocation halted. Prosecutors seek 9-year prison term for Samsung chief Lee. After a year like this, expect a strange New Year's Eve. Asia Today, Thailand reports 250 new coronavirus cases. Presidential flag-raising ceremony limited to live streaming. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Exploring New York City's resilient restaurant hub, a seamless guide to the Lower East Side. Amid COVID-19 pandemic, NYC makes changes to street homelessness count. Extra extra, the squirrels are out for blood. Coronavirus updates, first known U.S. case of COVID variant is discovered in Colorado. NYPD identifies woman who falsely accused black teen of stealing her phone. Then and now, recreating old photos of Brooklyn. WHO says COVID-19 virus will likely become permanent presence, warns of deadlier pandemic ahead. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. Checking in, Comedy Cellar owner known warming on the future of comedy clubs in post-pandemic NYC. Pins loud saved summer, how one NYC busking band helped fill this year's live music void. The next headlines are from Observer.com. The one-night-only Ratatouille TikTok musical, explained. The FAA approved small drones to fly over your home at night. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Minor earthquake, 3.8 mag strikes near Eastboro in Kansas. Light earthquake, 4.6 mag has occurred near Tulle in Indonesia. Minor earthquake, 3.19 mag has occurred near Pinnacles in CA. Light earthquake, 4.3 mag was detected near Sumbawa Besar in Indonesia. Minor earthquake, M3.3 quake has struck near Sandpoint in Alaska. Minor earthquake, 3.5 mag strikes near Nikolsky in Alaska. Light earthquake, 4.7 mag has occurred near Mo in China. Minor earthquake, 3.15 mag has occurred near San Antonio in Puerto Rico. Light earthquake, M4.2 quake has struck near San Antonio de los Cabos in Argentina. Light earthquake 4.7 mag, 6 kilometers south by southwest of Lekenik, Croatia. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Tractors can change farming in good ways and bad, lessons from 4 African countries. Women need support and understanding after miscarriage. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Giant study disproves myth of asymptomatic COVID spread. Brexit, UK markets rally on first full day of trading post-deal. GOP lawmaker sues to give Pence exclusive authority to overturn election results. New factories inside China's mass internment camps. Last man to share jail cell with Jeffrey Epstein died last month of COVID. Explosive report alleges extensive use of forced labor at Apple suppliers in China. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Viral post how to fight COVID at home provides problematic advice. Did scientists find evidence to explain the Bermuda Triangle? Do these 1920s news clippings resemble 2020 talk? Did Pennsylvania record 205,000 more votes than voters? New insurance policy for cars driven less than 50 miles a day? Rashes of Star Trek star smuggled onto space station? Fire Tyson boss says COVID office pool was a morale boost. Feds decline charges against officers in Tamir Rice case. First reported U.S. case of COVID-19 variant found in Colorado. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Make star chef Vivian Howard's crave-worthy meatloaf. The best performances of 2020, from Riz Ahmed in Sound of Metal to the Pen 15 Feet Ladies and Bond. 16 of the zillion crazy things that happened in politics this year. The downside to getting out 2 COVID vaccines so fast. One of the 21st century's greatest buildings is a library in Mexico. Biden ice taking forever to pick his AG and it's making, well, everyone anxious. The wildest scripts from the scammiest year ever. Loeffler's latest attack on Warnock is unprincipled sleaze. How Biden could become one of the greats, and how he could fail. How Fox News made us sick in 2020. The next headlines are from the New York Post. UK becomes first to approve AstraZeneca Oxford COVID-19 vaccine. Murderer who survived botched execution dies of possible COVID-19 complications. Padres Cubs blockbuster trade is official. Woman fatally shoots teen while trying to dine and dash in Colorado. California ER nurse tests positive for COVID-19 a week after getting vaccine. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Citizen astronomers map near-Earth asteroid. 20 years around the red planet. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Wooden satellites being designed to lessen dangerous space debris. Joe Clark, New Jersey principal from Lean On Me, dies. Israeli man suffers fatal heart attack 2 hours after COVID vaccination. Injured Kent State shooting survivor Alan Canfora dead at 71. NFL rushes to viewership victory with 2020 Super Bowl yet again most watched program. Previously healthy Illinois teen dies from COVID-19, it just took her so fast. Parents of bullet third grader who died by suicide can sue school leaders, appeals court rules. Siblings killed, 1-year-old wounded in Mississippi shooting, police chief says. Lucky in Kentucky, Louisville, Lexington Walgreens stole extra vaccine doses that would have gone to waste otherwise. The following headlines are from military.com. The Army is planning a major overhaul of its hair and grooming regulations. The Marine Corps has started fielding 30,000 rifle suppressors to combat units. What is Black Flag, inside the Air Force's newest major exercise? No, that Space Force uniform design on social media isn't real, officials say. NATO scrambled around 350 times for Russian jets in 2020. Trump lashes out at GOP after override vote on defense bill. U.S. veterans in the Philippines in coronavirus vaccine limbo. Boeing MAX returns to U.S. skies with first passenger flight. Army K-9 and handler honored for discovering IED cache in Syria. Plans for Army striker-mounted laser shoot-off enter final stages. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Column, looking back on 2020, a painless year of isolation and fervent hand-washing. Illinois Supreme Court to decide fate of last contested medical marijuana growing license in the state. New year brings new laws, including insulin price limit, while minimum wage goes up another $1. December 29th storm map, how much did it snow near you? Additional charges filed against Aurora couple accused of forced labor involving 2 children. Forecasters warn of poor visibility as first major winter storm hits Chicago area. We're expecting conditions to get bad very, very quick. Chicago finally gets snow. Police mom on shootings, stabbings reported this week in Elgin, Carpentersville and West Dundee. Corrections and clarifications. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, 5,644 new COVID-19 cases and 106 more deaths reported as Wisconsin removed from red tier states and Chicago travel order and city's health commissioner gets Pfizer vaccine. The following headlines are from phys.org. Designing Dirac Vortex topological photonic crystal fibers. COVID cluckers, pandemic feeds demand for backyard chickens. Restoring longleaf pines, keystone of one's vast ecosystems. Young sea lion recovers from shark bite, returns to ocean. The puzzle of non-host resistance, why do pathogens harm some plants but not others? Editorial, SoCal is losing its fight against smog, things have to turn around in 2021. Scientists turn toxic pesticide into treatment against antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Scientists identify electronic and structural dynamics of catalytic centers in single-phase atom materials. Researchers discover CH bond activation reactions at low temperature by photoinduced means. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Wednesday, December 30th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Top 20 citizen science projects of 2020. As the Arctic continues its meltdown, economic exploitation quickens. Will the vaccine end the pandemic? This question must be answered first. The Maya civilization's religion was more than just ritual sacrifices. Computer model predicts when and where extraterrestrial life is most likely to emerge in our galaxy. Spoiler, it's not clear. Here's the top 10 science stories you missed this year, while you were distracted by COVID-19. Yawning is one of the greatest mysteries of the human body. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Craziest party ever, superstar DJ quite upbeat for 2021. Turkey, U.S. to discuss sanctions imposed over S-400s. He was hospitalized for COVID-19, then hospitalized again, and again. EU officials sign Brexit trade deal as UK lawmakers debate. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. Bridge, December 30th, 2020. Word Game, December 30th, 2020. Horoscopes, December 30th, 2020, Eliza Dushku, embrace change with open arms. Ask Amy, I just learned something disturbing about my longtime friends. Harriet Cole, I'm freaked out by my staring coworker. Miss Manners, when someone gives you a gift that's meant to irk you. Dear Abby, my parents rejected me, then opened their house to another young man. 5 takeaways from the Warriors' win over the Pistons. Warriors pick up Jordan Poole's third-year contract option. Video of Vacaville police officer striking canine partner raises concern. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. 13 West Virginia businesses recognized for longevity. Prisoner accused of harassing widow of man he murdered. Lincoln birthplace in Kentucky invites public to book club. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Universal enemy, scholar Daryl Lee on the relationship between transnational jihadists and U.S. empire. FBI counter-terrorism informant spent a decade committing fraud. Deb Haaland's tough road ahead at the Interior Department. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Wednesday, December 30th, 2020. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Electrons hot to it on twisted molecular wires. A single gene invented hemoglobin several times. Large transporter protein linked to schizophrenia. Assessment of neutrophil extracellular traps in coronary thrombus of case series of patients with COVID-19. Imaging the Twilight Zone. College football players underestimate risk of injury and concussion. An explanation for the lack of blood oxygenation detected in many COVID-19 patients. Army research leads to more effective training model for robots. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Teen girl shot in Englewood. Person found dead in McKinley Park, police. 5 shot, 1 fatally, Tuesday in Chicago. Number 10 Iowa hands number 19 Northwestern its first Big Ten loss. Horoscope for Wednesday, December 30th, 2020. Joe Clark, bat-wielding principal who inspired Lean on Me, dies at 82. Cubs must decide whether they want to be a big market team. Person fatally struck by metro train in Via Park. Billy Donovan gets first win as Bulls coach, but work is just starting. Joe Biden believes we can beat COVID-19 because we are better than 2020. The following headlines are from Riverfront Times St. Louis. Reckoning with St. Louis historic year of homicides. St. Louis lawmaker seeks ban on black hair discrimination. Hartman, Michael Niedorf snags the Chrome key. 1MD Complete Probiotics Platinum Reviews, must read before trying. Medical Reviews 2021 Update, scam complaints are real weight loss supplement ingredients. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. The best new music that got us through the worst F-wording year ever. 4 lessons from a year we'd rather forget. 40 ways Metro Times changed Detroit, and beyond, over the past 40 years. Savage Love, lesbian drama. Free Will Astrology, Deck 30 January 5th. The Pardon Burglar. Too Boldly Go. The 2020 Doobie Awards, celebrating Michigan's most dubious newsmakers. 40 Detroit area restaurants with igloos, tents, and heated outdoor seating this winter. Wayne County funeral home sued for cremating body without autopsy. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Wednesday, December 30th, 2020. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Houston Grand Opera presents Grammy Award-winning mezzo-soprano Sasha Cook. 4 thoughts on J.J. Watt's angry press conference. Streaming concert watch 12/30, Justin Bieber, Kiss and more. Joey Bishop, the lost rat in the pack. Council member Greg Travis goes on misogynistic Facebook nonsense rant. Saw airport security workers don't undergo mandatory COVID-19 testing. Mysterious monolith appears in the Heights. Your Christmas trees can help Texas fight climate change. First look, Valencia's Tex-Mex garage. Joy in repetition, why we love to see our favorite artists live again and again. The next headlines are about world records making news. Ashwin's broke Murali's massive record which might have gone unnoticed in Melbourne, Hindustan Times. Global markets world stocks near record peak, dollar stumbles again, Nasdaq. Abu Dhabi set to break world record with 35-minute long firework display, Interpark. From TikTok to Twitter, the social media records of 2020, Guinness World Records. Family of 12 siblings bags Guinness World Record for combined age of 1,042 years, the Indian Express. Artificial sun sets new world record, Dhaka Tribune. CrossFit Athletes Challenge champs, record podium finishes at the Spartan Games, morning chalk up. Cheptegei gunning for 5,000 m 10,000 double at Tokyo Games, Reuters. Revisited, Leonardo da Vinci and the Mystery of the World's Most Expensive Painting, podcast, The Guardian. Coronavirus updates, vaccinations lag as hospitalizations hit record levels, The Washington Post. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Alaska Airlines to ban emotional support animals starting January 11th. Cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase reportedly paid women and people of color like crap. 2,000-year-old food just came out of a Pompeii snack bar. Google is testing a short video carousel that would surface Instagram and TikTok videos. The lasso of truth is Wonder Woman 1984's real star. New U.S. dietary guidelines ignore scientists' advice on alcohol limits. Weirdly enough, 2020 was Apple's biggest year in a long time. McConnell doesn't care about Section 230 or the election, just keeping your relief check small. The 10 best deals of December 29, 2020. Watch Boston Dynamics robot army dance their way to world domination. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Paraburdulero in Australia at 107.42 degrees Fahrenheit or 41.9 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Anga in Russia at minus 62.86 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 52.7 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. WW 1984 Lasso's solid box office return, record downloads for HBO Max. Coverage of wooden satellites misses the point. Computer repairman sued Twitter for defamation, seeks $500 million. Did Columbus find early Caribs in 15th century Caribbean? Jury is still out. FAA finally sets rules for piloting small drones. The best accessories and MagSafe gear for your new iPhone 12. Why AI is so power hungry. How your digital trails wind up in the hands of the police. All I want for Christmas is an awesome new curriculum. Antibodies and SARS-CoV-2 infections, the more the better. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Trump newest executive order denounced as last-ditch effort to claim victory. Trump the Child King spends his final days throwing an extra ton of trauma-inducing tantrums. Wuhan virus cases may be 10 times higher than reported, China health study. U.S. stands ready to try mastermind behind Daniel Pearl murder. UK pet owners have bone to pick with post-Brexit travel rules. Hypocrisy and horror, Trump's Department of Justice sparks outrage for refusing to take action in Tamir Rice killing. Police visited Nashville bomber Anthony Quinn Warner's home after girlfriend reported he was making a bomb. New York's investigation into Trump's finances just stepped up a notch, report. Louisiana GOP Congressman-elect Luke Letlow dies of COVID before taking office. Trump will spend his last days in nefarious neglect of America while trying to enrich himself, Scaramuxy. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Wildfire smoke is loaded with microbes. Is that dangerous? Heroes of 2020, all gas no brakes. Hero and monster of 2020, TikTok. Heroes of 2020, local political reporters. Trump, turmoil, and 2020, our Mojo podcast team replays the year's defining moments. Heroes of 2020, Ed Yong and his prescient, terrifying, and inspiring coronavirus writing. Monsters of 2020, Roger Ailes and Fred Trump. Fatal police shootings have been flat over the past 5 years. Mitch McConnell stalls vote on $2,000 stimulus checks while Trump tweets furiously. Lunchtime photo. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Corporate space flight lifts off in 2020, the major missions over the past year, ABC News. Explained, why is there new interest in Proxima Centauri, the closest star to the Sun, the Indian Express? We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Wednesday, December 30th, 2020 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Terrifying UFO, crab-clawed alien sees pair. Perpetrators of Balloon Boy UFO hoax pardoned. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Wednesday, December 30th, 2020. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. True Strange News Fair Use Statement. No Views News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2020 by No Views News. All rights reserved.